Hello Cancer, welcome to July 2020 love reading. This is a general love reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, I highly encourage you to check your Moon and or Rising signs because some readings, those signs will resonate more than your Sun sign will. Also, don't get caught up on roles and genders of the cards. I'm going to be referring to you as a default, but it might be the other person. So switch around the roles as it applies to you. Okay? So the first card you have is the Six of Pentacles. So a couple things with this card, Cancer. I feel like someone is being breadcrumbed in a relationship. You could be doing that to a person, or a person could be doing that to you. It could be that someone has gradually just started giving less and less. It could be giving in different ways. It could be giving emotionally, physically, financially, sexually, whatever. And maybe you and another person are doing that to each other, where you're just kind of giving each other less and less. I also see with this card someone having the upper hand in a situation. Maybe for a long time in the relationship, one person, it felt like they had the upper hand and more power, and now it might have changed a little bit. But overall, I just feel like someone is not giving very much to someone who wants more. That's what it feels like to me pretty strongly. Someone is experiencing some lack. And it's, you know, I don't feel a ton of emotion here about it. It's just kind of like, whatever. That's what it feels like, to be honest, Cancer. Maybe you or that other, or your person, or both of you guys are just like, whatever. Maybe you guys have been doing this dance for a long time. I don't know. This is my first love reading since I started my channel, so I'm not sure what else has been going on with you guys. So the next card is the Ace of Cups, which is just a totally beautiful card to get in any reading, but especially in a love reading. And I feel because of the surrounding cards and just this reading overall, it kind of feels like you want a brand new beginning. With or without this person, it kind of feels without this person. For some of you, it is with this person, but I feel for most of you, it's not. And I feel like you're developing some love for yourself, or just like love of life and the world, or I don't know. Maybe you just have this affection for yourself or your family and friends that is coming up for you. I'm not saying you didn't love your friends and family before, but it's like you're kind of welling up with this emotion and affection, and you feel like you want to express it. It's like you long for like a real loving connection, whether it's romantic or not. It could be romantic. For some of you, it might not be. It's kind of like you're going through a new beginning in your emotional life, and it has to do with what I just talked about in the previous card with the Six of Pentacles, where it's kind of like you see the situation and you're like, I'm kind of tired of this, and then you realize that you want to be your own emotional support person and you want to fulfill yourself, and then you're kind of wanting to step into that now. And it might be a really long time since you've done this, or maybe ever for some of you. And it's kind of like you are starting to feel content in yourself, or you want to feel content. You're like, you know what? I want to feel content in myself, by myself, regardless of other people. But I feel like a lot of you are already starting to feel like love for yourself and contentment in your heart. Yeah, it's like a fertile time for you to have love, to just have love in your life in general. It could be that you have a desire to deepen a current relationship. Maybe you want to go back to this, person in the Six of Pentacles energy and kind of go deeper with them, or maybe you want to start a new relationship. It could be different. It's going to be different for each of you. I also feel with the Ace of Cups, it could be like a deep emotional or spiritual experience, or some kind of healing. It could be healing from trauma or emotional pain from the past. It's kind of like, it feels like you've gone through some healing and you come out on the other end of it, and you are seeing the benefits of you working through whatever difficult issues emotionally that you had to work through. So the next card you have is the Four of Swords. Yeah, like you guys are springing back to life right now. Maybe you were resting a lot or really tired for a long time, or, you know, just weren't doing much. And the Four of Swords, I feel like you're entering the end of a period of rest and returning to active life. You're coming out of this period of rest. You feel like you have energy to deal with relationship. I mean, before maybe you didn't feel like you couldn't handle it, or you didn't have the strength or the desire or the will, and now you feel like you want to go talk to someone, or you feel like you're ready to like engage with people or your person in particular. So the next card is the Queen of Swords, and if you watched your general reading from earlier this month, Cancer, the Queen of Swords came up in your reading, and I identified that as you guys, and I feel like more than likely this is you again showing up here. In the last reading, I remember I talked about how you guys had, you know, gone through a learning lesson and a learning experience, and are learning how to stand in your own power. And yeah, you've been through a lot of pain, but you're learning to speak your truth. And I feel like that's what you're doing here. I feel like you're coming towards someone. You're coming toward this hermit person, because the last card is a hermit, as you can see. I feel like you're coming towards someone very skillfully, maybe not like emotionally. Maybe you used to go toward people or this person very emotionally, but you're coming toward them more skillfully and using your mind and your words. You might be coming off a little cold to this person, but you're coming to speak some truth or set some matter right. And I feel like this hermit person, this is earth energy. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But the hermit is a Virgo card. I feel like this person's being immature. They're kind of scared of you. They're emotionally immature, and they see you in this like more emotionally stable, mature state. And they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. They can't handle it. And it's because they're immature and scared. And I feel like this person is kind of withdrawn from life and their problems. They're kind of just want to be left alone, but they don't have any constructive plan to deal with their issues. They've kind of just retreated, but it's not a constructive retreat. Like the hermit card, usually like this is person going inside to like learn about themselves or gain some, you know, do some self-inquiry or something. This is not the case in this situation. The energy very strongly is that this person is just withdrawing from everything with no clue what to do, just because they don't want to deal with anything or talk to anyone. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're cutting themselves off from people and they're not learning from their life experiences. And you're coming toward them, you know, very, you know, balanced and put together and needing to speak some truth to them, and they just don't get it. They just don't get it. Yeah. Cancer, this month I'm drawing an additional clarifying card of like the overall underlying energy of the reading. This is from a deck called the Wooden Tarot, and it's a beautiful deck. It only has major arcana cards and the aces. So the card I drew for you for like the underlying energy of the whole reading is the Hanged Man. And I see you as the Hanged Man here, this bat. And if you see, I don't know if you can see, but he's hanging off of this branch, and the branch has like some fungi growing and a bunch of ivy. So he's been hanging there a long time, and I feel like that's you, Cancer. I feel like you've been really patient with a person or a situation, and I feel like you're ready to let go. I feel like you're starting to see that all things must come to an end, all things die. And you're kind of just coming to terms with that. You're learning how to let go of this situation or this person. Maybe you're seeing, you know, I'm going to stop trying to change this person. I'm just going to accept what it is. Whether you decide to stay with this person or not and try and work things out, it's unclear to me right now in this reading. It's undecided. That's why I don't see the outcome. I feel like it's undecided. But you are seeing that you want to let go in some fashion. Whether it's literally letting go of this person or not, it'll be different for each of you, but I feel like you're just ready to let it die. You're ready to just let it go. And it's because you're seeing things from a different perspective. So if you look at the Hangman, obviously he's upside down, so he's seeing things from a different angle. And I'll just share something really quick that might be helpful. A few weeks ago, I did an exercise where I was going through all the major arcana cards in the tarot deck, and I was listing what movie or novel I thought was most appropriately like associated with it. And then I was thinking about the Hanged Man, and it reminded me of the movie The Matrix. You know, the very first movie, The Matrix, that came out like 20 years ago. And the reason why I identified the Hanged Man with The Matrix is because the Hanged Man card is all about seeing something from a different perspective, something that is below the surface, beyond what the eyes can see. And I feel like that's what you're going through right now, Cancer. Like, you're seeing beyond what you have known in this connection. You're seeing a deeper meaning of just your life in general, and you're seeing how maybe this connection doesn't serve you anymore. You're seeing through, it's almost like you're seeing through this person, like you can see through their crap now in a way that maybe you hadn't before. So yeah, but it's unclear from this reading, you know, whether you stay with this person or get back with this person. It kind of feels like no, but you know, things can change, and you know, we'll certainly see where the energies are in next month's love reading. Thank you for watching, Cancer. If this reading resonated with you, it would be very helpful for me if you could let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Cancer. I'll see you next month.